This is the Torpedo Schnell Addiermaschine from the 1930s. It has columns for 8 digits of input with classy octagonal keys from 1 to 5, and then one last column with just a 4 and a 5. The answer shows on the display wheels at the bottom, which were originally covered with a glass plate. It's got a lever over here to clear it to 0, and that's about it. The case is all Bakelite. Mine hasn't held up too well over the years. Torpedo is the name of the company that made this thing. They were a German company based in Frankfurt. And as far as I can tell, they never marketed their machines in the US, so you don't see many torpedo machines today in America. This company made adding machines and also typewriters, which was pretty common. But Torpedo is the only adding machine maker that I know of that also made bicycles. Each of these machines had a serial number on it. You have to look on the peg for the 5 on the end. Mine's kind of hard to see, but it says 16202. This thing is small and light. It weighs a little under 5 pounds, and it's smaller than the Barrett. I guess that was a big selling point for this thing. It's really compact, and it would have been considered a portable machine. Like I said, the case is made of Bakelite. This is one of the first plastics ever created, and lots of stuff in the early 20th century was made out of Bakelite. It kind of blew people's minds that there was this new kind of material. It's not metal, it's not wood, it's not stone. You don't have to grow it or mine it, you just make it. You can make it any color you want, you can mold it into any shape you want. Today we're used to this sort of thing, but it was a bit of a revolution at the time. We don't use Bakelite anymore because we have better plastics now. Old Bakelite gets pretty brittle, and you can see lots of cracks on my machine. It's made to be operated by touch without even looking at the numbers. You can see the rows are touch coded, the even rows have flat tops, and the odd rows are concave. There's also a touch cue on one of the columns. The third column from the left has little dots on it to help you line your fingers upright. It's just like a computer keyboard. You can add and multiply really quickly on a machine like this, but it would require a bit of training and practice. It's a key-driven mechanism with no printer. It's just like the comptometer, which I did a video about. You type in all your digits all at once, and you only use the crank for clearing the machine. So you can add really fast, like 433 plus 2521, looks like this. There's also a technique for multiplying really fast. You do it just like I did on my comptometer video. The obvious difference between the Torpedo and the comptometer is that the comptometer has all digits 1 through 9. This one only goes up to 5. That means if I want to input the number 7, I have to type it in like a 5 and then a 2, or more likely a 4 and a 3, since those are closer together on the keyboard. This is something that people realized even on machines with the full keyboard. If you know what you're doing, it's a lot faster to just keep all your fingers on the bottom half of the keyboard. Instead of reaching all the way up to hit the 6, you hit the 3 twice. This is mentally a little harder to manage, but you avoid reaching over long distances with your fingers. So if you can keep all the extra adding straight in your head, you'll be able to do it faster and with more accurate key presses. So if I needed to add 984 plus 276, in my head, I would split out the digits like this. 984 is a 434 and a 550. And 276 is a 233 and a 43. Then I add those all together. A real skilled operator would do all this splitting out in their head. Like I said, this is mentally harder but physically easier because you never reach your fingers all the way up. Someone who practices this kind of digit splitting can go really fast on a machine like this. And plus the machine is half as big, so it's lighter and smaller and cheaper to manufacture. The lever on the side clears the machine, you just push it down. There's no simple way to clear out individual digits, but you can always add in numbers to make zeros. Like if I see this and I want to clear out that 3, I could just add 7 in that digit, which would carry 1 over to the left. And then you keep on carrying over to the left and it'll eventually go all the way off the machine. This is why that last column over there has a 5 and a 4. These are only meant to be used when you're trying to clear the leftmost digit. And to do that you need to add 9. If I only had the 5, that's not really possible. And if I only had the 4, it wouldn't work either. Really you need the 5 and the 4 both to clear that digit out. It's a really fun little machine, even though I can't really do the mental acrobatics to operate this thing at full speed. I really like the idea that there were lots of people back in the day who could. German people, I guess. Hey, I never talked about the name. Torpedo in German just means torpedo. Schnell means fast. And Addiermaschine, I don't really speak German.